In a bombshell lawsuit that's shaking the foundations of the music industry, rap icons Jay-Z and Diddy Combs are accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl at a star-studded The After Party. The explosive claims, which include allegations of sedative-laced drinks and a conspiracy to silence the victim, have thrust Jay-Z into a fierce legal battle. As Diddy faces his own mounting legal woes, speculation is rife. Will he snitch on Jay-Z to save himself? This high-stakes drama is set to unravel secrets that could topple the empires of hip-hop's most powerful figures.
Breaking news, Jay-Z has just been revealed as one of the unnamed celebrities in those Diddy lawsuits, claiming some horrific...
We've been talking about the Diddy investigation on this channel, and we've hinted at the possibility of Jay-Z being implicated.
He may be even more famous than his friend Sean Diddy Combs. Now he's facing similar accusations of sexual assault.
I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
You're going to be called by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Certainly if you were involved, you would get a call.
But Jay-Z isn't backing down without a fight.
Jay-Z is facing serious allegations in a lawsuit that has brought significant attention and scrutiny. An anonymous accuser, identified as Jane Doe, claims that in 2000, Jay-Z and Diddy Combs assaulted her at an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards in New York at the time of the alleged assault. Jane Doe was only 13 years old. The lawsuit states that she was invited to the party by Diddy's driver, given a sedative-laced drink, and then assaulted in the presence of another unnamed female celebrity.
Even before Sean Diddy Combs was arrested in September, even as far back as March, when his two mansions were raided by agents from the Department of Homeland Security, there has been speculation that Combs' celebrity friends, his associates, that they could all be pulled into this legal nightmare. One of the people at risk, often mentioned online, was Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, who came up in the New York rap scene alongside Sean Combs. And just a few days ago, Texas attorney Tony Busby made it official. He filed an amended complaint on behalf of a Jane Doe who says that she was raped by Combs and Carter when she was just 13 years old. This happened at a VMA's after party back in 2000. Now, the original complaint mentioned Celebrity A and Celebrity B, a man and woman, as being present for and even Celebrity A participating in the alleged assault. Well, now Celebrity A has been identified as Jay-Z.
Jay-Z's legal team of using these allegations to tarnish Jay-Z's reputation. Jay-Z's lawyers have filed motions to dismiss the case, calling it an extortion attempt and demanding Jane Doe be unmasked to ensure a fair legal process. This lawsuit has not only put Jay-Z in a challenging position, but has also rekindled scrutiny of his long-standing friendship with Diddy. The media is abuzz with speculation about whether Diddy might testify against Jay-Z to protect himself from his mounting legal troubles.
Now they are refiling and they want to name Jay-Z, which is pretty scary because I'm sure Jay-Z has a lot of people out there he could send and to go and attack this person. Now Jay-Z's lawyers aren't saying a lot. He has a lot to say, but he has a lot to say about this lawyer Tony Busby. We've talked about Tony before on this channel because he's representing hundreds of victims against Diddy, and thankfully he's not too scared of Mr. Carter. Tony Busby has filed several lawsuits in recent months accusing Diddy of harming and attacking multiple people. And it looks like he is due to face trial in May, so that's going to be a crazy time. Hopefully it's a moment where we see the music industry shift and justice be served for those people who are actual victims in this. Now, right now, we don't know who this accuser is. She's listing herself as Jane Doe, probably to protect herself. She said in the year 2000, she was dropped off by a friend at 13 years old at the VMAs at the Radio City Music Hall in Manhattan. One of Diddy's drivers outside spotted her and said, "Hey, my boss would probably like her as a gift, so why don't I invite her to a house party full of adults and..."
Diddy himself is entangled in a web of legal battles, including recent charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. These charges have sent shockwaves through Hollywood, detailing exploitative parties involving drugs, prostitution, and coercion. Federal agents reportedly discovered large quantities of narcotics during a raid, adding to the gravity of the situation.
Person commented, "No, not the guy who dated an underage Beyonce." Another person writes, "What you do in the dark will eventually come to light. Diddy is not going down alone. I 100% promise you that." Another person writes, "Sounds about right. Next up Beyonce, followed by J-Lo." Now, of course, Jay-Z is denying everything, but his statement is bizarre to say the least. Jay-Z issued a fiery response denying the allegations that he was part of this situation with Diddy. He dismissed the lawsuit as a blackmail attempt. He also attacked the attorney, Tony Busby, at length and vowed to expose him as a fraud. Now, we did get a full statement posted by Jay-Z on his platform, and I don't know if he had a lawyer review this.
Given the severity of the allegations and the potential for significant legal consequences, the possibility of Diddy cooperating with authorities and testifying against Jay-Z cannot be dismissed. Legal experts suggest that if Diddy faces increased pressure or a plea bargain opportunity, he might disclose information about Jay-Z to mitigate his own legal risks. This speculation is further fueled by the historical patterns of plea bargains in high-profile cases where defendants provide information on others to receive reduced sentences. As an ongoing story, reduced sentences are refined from the marginal claimant.
Complaint that Cardella Smith filed here that this temporary restraining order is in connection to. Now, Cardella Smith claims that in 1997, he was a bartender at a restaurant in Detroit. He says he was invited to a gathering at the Holiday Inn where Combs would be partying. The complaint reads, quote, "Plaintiff was excited to attend this gathering and did so because this was Sean Puff Daddy Combs, Bad Boys. Plaintiff had participated in and consumed alcohol with Mr. Combs and the ladies and other security. Puffy was shockingly cool and someone who seemed like a really decent, normal guy." Cardella Smith goes on to allege that he participated in group sex with several women and Combs, but said that when Combs showed an interest in him, he immediately got up and sat on a couch. By the way, a little side note here, these allegations are very similar to what has been alleged in several lawsuits that have been filed against Sean Combs since November of 2023. Recall, he is facing allegations of sex trafficking, rape, harassment, abuse, and so forth. But Cardella Smith's complaint states, quote, "I then went to get another drink, and Sean asked me if I needed something else. I said no, and he said, 'Here, drink this one.' And I thought it was another glass of Jim Beam, so I took it because I had sat one down in the other room, and then I drank some more, and I stayed sitting there and began getting drowsy and started to pass out, and then Sean Combs said to me, 'I added a little something to it for you. I will get that from you anyway, one way or another.' I then passed out." Cardella Smith claims that when he woke up, Combs admitted he sexually assaulted him when he was unconscious. Cardella Smith claims that he left, he never went back. He alleges he filed a police report but couldn't talk about what happened to him. He says therapy in prison helped him realize that he was a victim of rape. And he goes on to claim that Combs paid off police to keep the whole thing quiet. Quote, "The defendant paid Detroit and Monroe police officers to keep it hidden, and they hid it very, very well, and have kept it hidden for many decades, but not in..."
The allegations against Jay-Z have created a massive PR crisis for him. His family publicist, Rob Schroeder, notes that even if the allegations are unproven, they could severely damage Jay-Z's public image. The lawsuit's details, including claims that the girl was drugged and assaulted, mirror patterns alleged by other accusers in cases against Diddy. The close association between Jay-Z and Diddy only adds to the public's curiosity and suspicion.